Hey friends, Sean from SGT Report here with a very important update about the Mandalay Bay false flag shooting. And yes, we are now calling it a false flag shooting for very specific reasons. And first, I want to give credit, and I will give credit in this video, to multiple truther YouTube channels. This is why the alt media exists, and this is why the truth media, the alt media, will remain the only true media in this country, because the corporate media will not tell you the truth about these events. Number one, lone gunman Stephen Paddock. Again, how convenient, he's dead, as is the case so often in these shooting incidents. Think no further than Adam Lanza and Sandy Hook. Dead men tell no tales. Number two, his brother has been interviewed and immediately said he cannot even fathom his brother Stephen doing this because, quote unquote, Stephen was not a gun guy. Number two, he said Stephen had no military experience. Number three, he said, how could his brother even obtain automatic weapons? Which is a very, very good question when one takes into account the fact that to obtain automatic weapons, you typically need to be a gun guy who's willing to undergo multiple background checks that can take upwards of a year. And the other point that needs to be asked is, how could this 64-year-old man smuggle these weapons, automatic weapons, into a place as highly defended as a Las Vegas casino? We need to see video of alleged shooter Stephen Paddock walking in to Mandalay Bay with hundreds of pounds of gear, automatic weapons, and the ammunition necessary to pull off what he's alleged to have pulled off.
Not an avid gun guy at all. The fact that he had those kind of weapons is just, where the hell did he get automatic weapons? He has no military background or anything like that. I mean, when you find out about him, like I said, he's a guy who lived in a house in Mesquite and drove down and gambled in Las Vegas.
Another point, with credit to Truth Warrior's YouTube channel, an Hispanic lady was escorted out of the concert grounds by security 45 minutes before the concert started, telling people that you're all going to die. Here's an eyewitness account.
I mean, were you thinking, oh my gosh, this woman told us that before we left?
Yeah, I thought it had a positive correlation to it. Like, obviously she was telling us that in either to tell us, to warn us, or to tell us that we were all going to die, and she was part of it. So
okay, so they want the description of this woman. Describe to me what this woman looked like.
Her and her boyfriend were both Hispanic. They were probably about shorter 5-footers, probably about 5'5", 5'6". They just look like everyday people.
And as I shared with a reader who wanted to know my take on this, earlier tonight I told her Mike Adams did a very good video about this today. 5 questions he has, which suggests there's more to the story. But lastly, I told her, why do these things happen? Because she asked. First, in this case, the gun control agenda nuts can use it 24/7 on CNN as a reason to ban guns and the Second Amendment, even though it's already nearly entirely illegal to own automatic weapons, as were used in Vegas. So they will use this false flag to try to ban semi-autos. And to back that point up further, We Are Change did a video earlier tonight and showed a tweet from Hillary Clinton that says, "Our grief isn't enough. We can and must put politics aside, stand up to the NRA, and work together to try to stop this from happening again." Let me be very clear. Number one, the NRA has nothing to do with illegally obtained automatic weapons, which may be the case here, or a false flag act of terror carried out by a Zionist operation or an Antifa operation funded in part by George Soros, as has been well documented. Hillary Clinton, being the Rothschild sellout she is, will use this, as I said, to try to ban guns and take down the NRA. Now, for the most important evidence of this being a false flag, I want to play this video almost in its entirety from Jake at End Times News Report, who does an outstanding job day in and day out delivering real news, truthful news to the American people. So be sure to subscribe to End Times News Report and these other excellent YouTube channels I've already mentioned. As Jake documents here in this must-see, must-be answered by the mainstream media and law enforcement video, this is clear evidence of a shooter on the 4th floor, And as the official story tells us, the alleged shooter, Stephen Paddock, was on a floor much higher. I believe it was floor 32, and he was killed by law enforcement. So now we need law enforcement and the mainstream media to address this video, which clearly shows a shooter on the 4th floor of Mandalay Bay.
It seems like it's coming from up there. Oh shit, Alright, I'm out of here. Oh shit, Alright, I'm out of here. Like it's coming from up there. Oh shit, Alright, I'm out.
Right there, baby.
That's the
Fourth floor, not the 32nd. Right
One
there.
more time.
And notice the sound is off with the light because he's filming from a throw distance.
Units now advising no force post teams into Mandalay Bay. There's possibly another suspect on the 4th floor.
There's possibly a suspect on the 4th floor, for which now there is clear video evidence proving that that was the case. For real news 24/7, be sure to subscribe to wonderful YouTube channels like End Times News Report, We Are Change, Truth Warriors, and Mike Adams at Natural News, and also SGT Report, the corporate propaganda antidote 24/7. Please share this video news report with everyone you know. It's high time we, the American people, stand up and take back our republic and jail the people responsible for these acts of false flag terrorism.